Hey yo, what's going on, everybody? Derek here, back again. Welcome back. If you've been before, welcome. If this is your first time, my name is Derek, covering everything wholesaling real estate on the channel, specifically virtual wholesaling real estate. That's what I'm doing here. Currently living in California, and I'm sourcing opportunity out in Houston, Texas. So if you are out in Houston, either physically or virtually, please feel free to reach out. Let's see if we can make some shake on any future opportunity. I appreciate you for hopping in here and checking out the content. Uh, do me a favor, hit that like, subscribe, notification bell if you haven't already before you leave. And today, right now, I'm going to hop into some lead follow up real quick. Probably spend about 30 minutes. Uh, I tend to reiterate what I put in the description of the videos, but with the contracts that we've locked up here, and I've shifted focus to disposition. I think I've shifted a little bit too much focus to disposition, um, and I've neglected the lead generation and lead conversion aspects of the business, being the lead follow up. So I don't want to just like shift all the way back, right? I don't want to just then start neglecting the disposition. So today, especially, I'm trying to find a balance of everything, doing a little bit of everything every day. So I've like hyped up lead follow up in my head to some crazy thing, but I think as long as I'm following up with like anywhere between 3 to 7, like 5 ideally people every day, then that's enough for me to really reassure myself that there's enough leads in the pipeline so that I'm following up with a good number of people every day. And that's enough to have leave me feel satisfied, to be honest, to know that I'm not neglecting anybody, nobody's slipping through the cracks, and I'm not losing out on opportunities because of lack of follow up. Bro, do you have a JV contract you can share? Yeah, yeah. Hop in the Discord group. That's probably going to be the best way for me to share it with you. I can like drop a file in the resources section. Check out the links in the description. I got my Instagram down there and the Discord group as well. The Discord group, I think, is probably going to be easiest to share it with you. I don't know if you can actually share files through Instagram. So yeah, hop in the Discord group, and I got a resources section in there. Just remind me when you get in there to throw that in the resources section, as well as anything else that you may want to see. I can start piling up some of the resources in there. Excuse me. What's going on though, Tony? Appreciate you hopping in here. So, like I said, I think I'm just going to. Oh, you got in there with the quickness. I see you. I'll make sure to do that. I'll throw that in there before the end of the night. Like I said, just remind me. Hop in there and remind me. But yeah, like I said, so I'm really again, I'm not wanting to shift all the way back to the cold calling and texting, and then neglecting the disposition or neglecting the lead follow up. Rather, I just want to be honest with myself and figure out the best amount of time that I can spend on each individual aspect of the business where I'm not neglecting anything. So today, I have a lot of follow ups that I've again kind of neglected, but I'm not gonna like set some unrealistic goal to like get through all of them. I probably have like 20, 30 people that I could call. Um, but I'm gonna stick to five. I'm gonna call 5 people a day. Unless I get like 5 no answers, then I may like push it to 7 or something. I just want to spend like 30 minutes on follow up every day. Uh-huh. So I'm going to double check something, make sure this woman's still on title. She ended up going with a different offer. So I'm just rounding back every so often, texting her, following up with her. She speaks Spanish, so I'm rounding back with the YouTube subscribers, partners here, Jared and Raina. See if Raina can follow up. I want to just double check to make sure that she's not. If she is not on title, then there's no point in following up. I guess I never added her into my batch leads. Let me throw her in here real quick. Yeah, she's still on title. Check that one off. Eric, what calling app do you use? I use a number of calling apps. I use Call Tools for my dialer. I use REI Reply for my texting platform, and it does have a feature or a function where you can actually call through there and it will record your calls. I use the Sideline app to make my follow-up calls with people who are like warm. And then for like the hot ones where I'm giving them my quote unquote cell phone, I use Google Voice. My first one is set to close by the end of this week. Let's go, Tony. Congratulations. Let me know when it does, and I'll throw this headband on. How much you planning on or set to make? Assuming that you've already, if it's set to close, I'd imagine that you've already assigned the deal to a buyer. So how much, what's the spread looking like? If you don't mind sharing that. All right. Call this guy. This is the guy with the 6 properties. He's kind of started to dodge me at this point. He threw out 700,000 that he wanted for the 6 properties, and then when I rounded back with him, he was like, "I don't even know if that number is gonna work. I need to speak with my CPA and all this other stuff." And I haven't talked to him since. That was probably in the beginning of the year, so it's been about 2 months since then. But let me give him a call, see if I can get him on the phone. Jesus Christ. These people serious? I guess that's what I get for living in an apartment. Called him, no answer. I've already left him enough voicemails. Dialed, left voicemail, and texted on the February 17th. Double tapped, left voicemail on March 4th. Now it's March 22nd. I called him. I'm not going to leave a voicemail, but I will text him. Just something quick. Warmly following up to see if you've given any more thought to selling your properties there. If you've had the chance to sit down with your CPA or if you've given any more thought to selling your properties there. Cheers. Dialed, did not leave voicemail, texted. I like just taking note of this stuff. That way I'm not like leaving them a voicemail every single week. Like he knows it's me. He's saved my number. That's why I know that he's just not answering it. But I'll shoot him a quick text. You know what I mean? It's worth to me following up with him since we got to the point to talking numbers and then he just kind of backed off of it. It was just it was a little bit more than I knew how to handle when I had the conversation. He was like, "Yeah, I want to sell all 6," and I was like, "Oh shit!" Like I don't, and I ran comps and stuff, and I just didn't know. And then I rounded back with one of my buyers, and I shared the opportunity with my buyer. And my buyer was like, "Yeah, I'll take all of them if you can get them at 700,000." And I was like, "All right, then I'll just get it for a little less, get it for anything under." And I know that I have a buyer at 700, but I haven't reconnected with the seller since then. Yo, still dialing? I'm not dialing. I'm following up with some leads here. It was a 13K assignment fee, but I had a partner bring in a buyer 50-50. Nice. Nice. Congratulations, Tony. That's awesome. So what is that? 6.5? Incredible. It's pretty much what I made on my first. I split 12 with my partner. Congratulations, Tony. Now you said that was your first one? Awesome. My first one said that's what I'm talking about. What market you in, Tony? This guy or woman, Mika, texted me back on December 13th saying, "I'm not ready at this time." And I said, when? And they said, maybe in 6 months. Sounds good. I'll round back then to reconnect. This is the type of stuff I really should be building out a follow-up campaign so that I don't have to come in and manually follow up every single time, but rather just put them in a drip. Let me see what type of campaigns I have set up already and see if it may be appropriate to throw this person in there right now. Because I do have one. Interested, but not right now. Yeah, I'll throw her in there. That's my warm. It's not gonna like make the most sense. I should have put her in there right when she said 6 months, or maybe like a week or two later. But that's all right. So how I do that is I just simply tag them warm. That tag is linked up with that campaign, so they're gonna add this person to that campaign, and they're gonna get texted for the first time in like a couple days from now. If I don't hear back from them, I will follow up before the end of May, which is still like ahead of schedule of when they told me to follow up. I'm sure this is all saved. There we go. NC, I think I remember that. Tony, I remember somebody's out of North Carolina. I feel like a lot of people are out of North Carolina. That's why I probably remember. Francisco talked with this guy back in November 12th. He was asking $99K for the property. Let me see what my notes I left myself. Mentioned $99K is his best price. Plans on doing the remodel himself over the course of the next 3 months. it looks like I switched gears to a realtor referral since he was dead set on doing the renovations himself, and he seemed open to it. So I think that's why I was wanting to follow up, just to see if I can make something happen out of it. Um, my note to myself is see how far along he is with the renovation project. Reiterate the realtor referral if appropriate. So I'll give this guy a call. Clearly 99 didn't work for me. It was too high. I'm familiar with the area. It is on a main road. I do believe that's a main road, Jackson Avenue. I would probably need this closer to like 60, 70. Hey, Francisco, how's it going? This is Dirk. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Give it a second. Give him a call again. His estimate on this is 113, 21, 800 square feet. Yeah, I would probably need it actually probably closer to like 50. The area is good. I would imagine ARV on this is probably like 150, maybe 160. So yeah, I mean, I guess I may be able to go upwards of 80. That's just me spitballing though. I haven't run comps on this. Let me give it another call.
Please leave your message for
sure.
832-419.
But don't call him. You guys just got the number. Hey, this message is for Francisco. This is Derek. I'm not sure if you recall. Me and you have been going back and forth a little bit about your property over on West Jackson Ave. Last time we talked, you had mentioned that you were in the middle of doing the renovation yourself. So I just wanted to round back with you, see how far along the project you were, and if you may have been ready to list it on the market. I know we had discussed possibly getting you in contact with a realtor that we work closely with. So if any of that seems interesting to you, whether it be connecting with a realtor or if you are interested in receiving a cash offer as well, feel free to get back a hold of me. My direct line here is 832. I'll talk to you soon. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Give him a month. Because I doubt, I mean, it's very rare that you, at least in my opinion, or based off the experience that I've had thus far, by no means have I been doing this very long, but, and also through education, you'll hear people say this, like the likelihood of them actually doing the renovation themselves, if they're not if that's not what they do for a living, is probably pretty slim. Which is why I feel the need to follow up with him. I really am not pushing the realtor referral. I would love to make him an offer, but if that's what he's looking for, then that's what I'll help him out with. All right, this guy I connected with a while ago through text. We were supposed to round back after the holidays. I haven't heard back from him yet.
Hi, the person you're calling is using a screening service from Google and will get a copy of this conversation. Go ahead and say your name and why you're calling.
My name is Derek, looking to connect with Jerry. Hello? Hello? Oh, this guy had texted me back though. No, I don't know what I'm going to do. My church is here and I hate to leave it, but at the same time, I really don't want to stay. I'll keep your number though. Prices in Spring Branch are going up every day. That's why investors like yourself are trying to buy here. That's a fact. Although I don't think his property is actually in Spring Branch. It's not, but it's close to the point where there's probably a lot of new construction. Yeah, so here's one that listed for 1.2 million. See if it's on a similar sized lot. Oh, this isn't even new construction. This may just be the lot. If you're looking for a place to create, come see the spectacular, unique property in a sizzling hot area. Double lot. Well, it's for sale. I don't think they're gonna get. Oh yeah, it's been on Zillow for 170 days. A little over half acre. It's not too far off though from the area. Now that I looked at this area the other day, Jared and Rana got a lead over here in Spring Branch. Yeah, properties are new construction is going for like close to 4 million. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly. Facts, balance is key, no doubt, no doubt. So that guy didn't answer. I'm gonna text him. Hey Jerry, warmly following up about warmly following up to see if you've given dialed, no opt to leave voicemail, texted. follow up with him in like 3-4 weeks. So I even got a little ahead of myself today. So I had already gone through all of the tasks that I had for myself on the my texting platform. So what I'm going to do, and that was the 5th one right there, I'm just going to come over and hit one follow up from my dialer. And something that I had gotten from my old job too is you want to start with what you set for yourself today. If you fall behind, you don't start from your past due assignments. You start with what you have set for yourself today and then work backwards. Because then the longer it takes for you to catch up, the more people you're falling behind on. Granted, the people who you're falling behind on recently aren't so far past due, but they're still past due. So you want to start with what you've set for yourself today. So I'm going to come over here. I'm actually going to exit out of some things, clean up. And I have one person that I was supposed to follow up with today. So that's cool. Tenant in place, not considering at the moment, would consider after the tenant was out. This was in November, mid-November. Gave me permission to follow up. When I followed up, he doesn't know when the tenant's lease is up. Spoke with him 2 months later, spoke with the wife. No new information from her, but she took my number down and said that I would have to speak with the husband. So I'm going to round back with the husband right now. Or rather, just it looks like a landline, so just try to get somebody on the phone. Hi, Miss Mac.
Hello?
Hi, Miss Mac.
Yeah, what's your name?
Hi. This is Derek. How's it going?
Derek, what's your name? I keep asking you what's your name. I'm busy tonight.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize I caught you at a bad time. I was looking to connect with you. I had spoken with Robert a while back in regards to the property over on Hilton Head Drive. Just wanted to round back, seeing if you guys have given any more thought to possibly selling that place there.
Oh, what did he tell you?
He said that he wasn't interested at the time because there was a tenant in place, but that he would consider after the tenant had moved out. I'm not sure when that was, so that's kind of the reason for my follow-up.
I have class that I have to go to. That's why I'm telling you I'm in a hurry.
No worries.
Did you leave him your number?
I'm sorry?
Did you leave him your number to call you?
I believe so. Yeah, this is the number. This is going to be the best number to reach me at. So in case he doesn't have it, this is my direct line. So if you'd like to get back to me when it's a little bit more convenient for you,
Because I thought that he had talked to somebody about that property, but I'll tell him you calling for you to call him back.
Perfect. Yeah, thank you so much. And just so that I know, so I'm not bothering you guys, is there a kind of an end to the lease for the tenant there?
I believe it is. So he'll be calling you.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate your time. Have a good day. Okay. She didn't really answer my question about the tenant. I didn't really ask it very clearly either. I was just trying to say, like, when is the end of your tenant's lease so that I can call you then, or like a little bit before that? Because that's what he had told me. He was like, oh, I don't want to sell. Maybe I probably would after the tenant moves out. And I was like, well, when is that? And he's like, I don't know. It's like, what? So when are you going to sell? When do you know what I mean? As she was heading out the door, had her save my number and asked that her husband Uh, I follow up with her about every 2 weeks. As you can, excuse me, as you can see, they're clearly talking to somebody. It wasn't me. I mean, she said I thought he had talked to somebody. Maybe it was, but that was 5 months ago. So I just doubt that she would like remember that one very short conversation that we had had. But maybe she is thinking about me because this is the second time I've spoke with her now. So I'm just going to go ahead and set this for a follow up. About 2 weeks, like yeah, little over 2 weeks. So I had comped this one. I said my max allowable was going to be 225. Tenant in place, 2-year lease, but willing to serve them a 60-day notice. The roof is 1 year old. AC fairly new as well. She listed it on market for 288. Seller said that she needs something close to that for a cash offer. Not motivated. Cash flowing property with tenant in place. Owes less than 100K on the mortgage. The max that I think I'd be able to do is 225. At 288, she'd be walking with probably 265 ish. If not a little bit less, depending on it, if she's needing to spend money on other things like I don't know, legal fees or fixing the place up. That's what it would take. She has a tenant in there, so unless she's listing it on market and selling it as is, she's gonna have to turn the property over. She's gonna have to get the tenant out and likely replace, depending on how long the tenant's been there, replace the carpet, give it a fresh paint job, stuff like that, minor repairs, which adds up for a nicer place like this. If I recall correctly, it was on the bigger side, like 2,500 plus square feet, just about 2,400 square feet, 2-story place, detached garage. So even just preparing it to list it on market is probably going to cost her a little bit of money if she's wanting to get top dollar. So she may probably end up walking with like 250. So an offer of 225 probably wouldn't be too bad. I'm not going to call her right now though, because as I said, I'm going to stick to the consistency aspect of this, and I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. I'm going to go hop in the shower, and right before I head out for the night, I'm going to round back with some people in terms of disposition for these properties. A couple of people reached out that are wanting to drive by the property, so I'm going to go ahead and send her off the information in order to do that. And possibly make an offer sight unseen. And if she says if she's interested from what she sees on the street, then we can talk about trying to get her inside the property to walk it. So appreciate you guys. Appreciate you for hopping in here. As always, love every single one of you guys. Tony, I won't forget. Thank you for hopping in the Discord. I'm going to throw in that JV contract that I use. Please do for Jax. Yes, Jared. And I'm going to send her I'm going to send her Maria's too. She's interested in taking a look at both. She said she's going to be driving around and doing just that on tomorrow and Thursday, where she's going to be, I kind of like her approach, to be honest, where she says that, she'll drive by the properties as opposed to like wasting everybody's time to say, yeah, let's schedule something so that I can walk the inside. Rather, she says, let me take a look at it from the outside first. And if it seems like I might be interested enough, then let's schedule something. Let's take the next step so that we can get on the inside, which I appreciate. You know what I mean? It's like, had those other people done that who walked the property at Jack's, or like at least, what's his name? Park, if he would have done that, he would have saved himself the hassle of like being upset at the world for even showing up in the first place. You know what I mean? Had he just driven by, he probably would have been able to tell, okay, this isn't for me. So I appreciate her approach here. So I'm going to send her both properties. She's going to, I think, drive by the both of them. And what's her name? Summer, who is I had sent her the assignment agreement for her to take a look at that $90,000 mark. She says everything looks good in the agreement. She just wants to wait until the tenant gets out so that she can. What's going to happen with her is the tenant's going to get out. She's going to sign the contract once the tenant's out. The contract says that it's giving her an option period, essentially 5 days. So that will allow her to. She seems fairly new, so it doesn't sound like she has a trusted advisor, if you will, that will give her information on rehab costs. So what she's actually doing is paying for an inspection. So she's gonna have somebody. She's gonna pay out of pocket somebody to go out there. Um, so what she wants to do first is, so she'll sign the contract. She'll get out there without the inspector and do pretty much what I've been talking about. Take a look around and her be like, all right, yeah, this looks good to me at 90,000. Let me pay for an inspector just to be sure. The inspector comes out, does his thing, but and then she'll have 48 hours to get the earnest money deposited. And again, I'm willing to kind of do that. Take a week after the tenant's out, because she's also being very clear about it. She's like, please don't. This isn't exclusive, so please don't not market it to other buyers while this is all going on. And nowhere in there says that it's like an exclusive option period. So I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? I'm down to have her put it in writing and do whatever she needs to do, all while I can start then marketing it as a vacant property. And hopefully we can put a lockbox on there too, so that it'll just allow for more convenient, um, more convenient walkthroughs for the buyer. So that you guys aren't having to go out there every single time a buyer goes out there. So that's what's going on with that. So yeah, I mean, I still got a couple of people on the hook here, a couple of people who are reaching out to me, which is reassuring. Just want to, again, like I said, do a little bit of everything every day. Wake up in the morning, refresh the group posts, bump them to the top of the feed, post to Craigslist again, renew the listing in Facebook Marketplace, and then I'm going to start tonight. I'm going to recalibrate, if you will, just kind of redo the marketing pieces that I set up for the two properties, so that I'm going to drop the asking price, and then I'm going to change the information for Jack's property now that we've uncovered some minor details about the number of beds, the square footage, and which rooms were originally part of the original floor plan, and what addition, essentially just that one extra bedroom, was added to the property without permits. So I just want to make sure that that's clear, and then again drop the asking price, and then start to send off some more emails like every other day, subject line reduced asking price or whatever, just something to try to gain a little bit more attention and try to catch a buyer's eye. And then just start going back into the grassroots, hitting the DMs and stuff. But it's, again, reassuring to know that people are still finding the listing, like on Facebook marketplaces, where these people are reaching out to me and reaching out. To me, those are honestly probably, just like any inbound lead, those are probably the better ones. Oh, Jared, I forgot too. Well, I guess I gotta wait until this guy gets back to me. But somebody had reached out who speaks Spanish, who wants somebody to reach out in Spanish. He's interested in Maria's property, so I'm waiting for him to give me a phone number. So I'll be sure to provide that to you once I get it. But anyways, appreciate you guys again. Like I said, it's going to be a quick one. I went through 6 follow-ups. Want to do something like around there every day until I'm all caught up. And then I'm hoping that my lead generation efforts as well catches up to the point where I do still have about 5 people to follow up with every day once I am fully caught up. So that's the goal here. A little bit of everything every day. Today I got 23 dialer contacts, about 5 contacts through texting, all of them being no. One of them I think is not actually the real person. I didn't include them in this list of contacts though. So that's what I'm wanting to do pretty much every day. Something around the 30 contact mark between my texting platform and my dialer every day, which is going to give me 150 a week, about 600 a month, and that should easily convert to one contract, one deal. I think that should convert to 2 contracts at minimum, and then just operating under the assumption that not everything is going to close. That's why I want to kind of aim higher, and then be okay with only closing 1 out of 2 if that's what ends up happening. So appreciate you guys. Do me a favor, hit that like, subscribe button if you haven't already. And I will see you. I may not be on tomorrow. If I do, it's going to be in the evening. So if not tomorrow, then Thursday morning. Appreciate you guys. Till the next one. Peace.